Guys, excited for this next project here. Trying to find a condo for Freddie. Um, let's look here first. Who is Freddie? Freddie is a 29-year-old. He's single. He has no kids. Amenities are really important to him. Like I talked to Lisa Eskew about, he wants amenities that are going to be things that he can have in his condo that are going to be cool, that are, pool, workout center, laundry, anything and everything. Amenities are cool. He doesn't want to pay too much for HOAs. So if your HOA every month is really, really expensive, he's going to be not excited about that. He doesn't really know where he wants to live. Like you may think, oh man, Freddie, you should live in the city, and you've got to kind of give him some arguments for why maybe he should live in the city. He doesn't know if he wants to live in the burbs. He doesn't know if he wants to live near work, or maybe he wants a 25-minute commute to work, or maybe he wants a 2-minute commute to work. There's going to be arguments for all of those things. Me personally, I do like to have about a 20-25-minute commute. It gives me time to kind of get ready to go to work. I listen to a podcast on the way to work. I listen to a podcast on the way home. To me, driving is not a big deal. To most 29-year-olds, I don't think it is either. However, there may be some people who say, you know what, I don't want to commute at all. I want to be able to get home in 2 seconds. I want to be able to go home at lunch. I want to be able to do whatever I need to do. So his job is located here on Beltline Road, which we'll talk about in a second. Location. Does he live near work? Should he live downtown? Should he live on the first floor? Should he live on the top floor? He only has $400,000 to spend. That's what he's been approved by the mortgage company. He doesn't have $400,000 in cash, but he's been approved to spend up to $400,000. So you can't pitch any condo that's going to cost more than $400,000. Okay. He also doesn't care about school districts. He doesn't have any kids, and probably by the time he has kids, he's probably going to want to buy a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house anyway. So here's the location of where he works. It's right in the middle of DFW. So here we are in Coppell. He may want something in the Dallas area, which is kind of cool, maybe an uptown or something. He may want something in the downtown Fort Worth area, Sundance area. You may say, no, you should live in the burbs. You should find a place in Carrollton or Farmers Branch or Addison, or the Addison's really cool, hip area too. You may tell him, find a condo near a lake, whatever. You are trying to pitch Freddie. You are the real estate agent. You are trying to help Freddie figure out what condo he ought to buy. Here's some things that Lisa had mentioned when I interviewed her. These are some things that we had talked about on here as well, that were, location. How many square feet does the condo have? Like, is it 800 square feet? Is it 1,200 square feet? Is it 2,500 square feet? Bedrooms and bathrooms, he definitely wants 1 bedroom. But other than that, if you gave him a 2-bedroom, he'd probably love that. 2-bedroom, 2-bath would be amazing. But do you give up location and have to live, in order to buy a condo? Do you live out here in Decatur, which there's nothing wrong with Decatur, great city, but it's a long ways from work? Do you get to have your 2-bedroom and 2-bath, but you got a crazy long commute to work? Or do you buy right here and you get 1 bedroom, 1 bath, but you got a short distance to work? All those things you're kind of thinking about. How many bedrooms? How many amenities does it have? You're going to have to explain. You're going to have to spell out what the HOA dues are. This condo is going to be $100 a month for HOA dues. Probably pretty low. Probably kind of a crappy amenities. Or if it's $2,000 a month, you're probably like, oh my gosh, like too expensive. But your HOA dues are going to be kind of relative, because he would pay a little bit more, to get some cool amenities in his place. Does he get a parking spot? That's a big deal too. What floor is his unit on? Is it on the top floor, bottom floor? Where on the floor is it? Is it near an elevator? Is it near the end of a hallway? Is it like what Lisa showed us with her VRBO, where it was on the very end of the unit and it had views on 2 different windows? All of those things are going to be thinking. She put on here some notes. Where's the noise? Is it near commercial areas? Is it near a highway? Is it going to be really loud? Does the unit overlook the pool? That's a really cool kind of thing too. Does it have any kind of view? Let's see here. How many units and/or will be rented at any given time? What's the financial stability of the HOA? Some of those things might be hard to figure out, but you would want, because the HOA controls the walls of the property. So the exterior walls, and they maintain like the the cutting of the grass and all of that kind of stuff. Historical condos have been a popular choice for developers in Dallas. In the last 10 years, demand for this type of housing has increased. That's like the one that Lisa showed you that was downtown Fort Worth. That was in like the Sundance area here, where it was built on the train station. Kind of cool. High HOA, walking distance to Sundance Square. Some pretty cool amenities. If you're 29, that's a pretty hip area. All right, so let's look at what the project's going to look like. It's going to look very similar. Now, these pictures are going to have to change, obviously. I haven't added any pictures in. But you're going to give us the actual condo address and the unit number. Now, if somebody else picks the condo address that you have picked and they're higher up in the draft order, you have to pick a different one. So if 121 Main Street, Forney, Texas, which is totally a made-up address, is the condo association that's building, has 15 condos available for sale, and you pick the one that you think is the best one, and you get it, and then the next team behind you also wanted the same condo association, they can't do that. They have to pick a different condo association altogether. So you can't pick the same address. You can't have, so if 121 Main Street comes off the board, nobody else can pick that address. It can't even be in the same development. So meaning like it'd have to be a totally separate building from what you were, like, let's say I wanted 121 Main Street and it was part of the Galaxy condos, and someone else picks 124 Main Street and it's also part of the Galaxy but just has a separate address. They can't do that. They have to pick a totally separate condo building than you have picked. All right, you have to spell out what the HOA fees are, how much it is, and then you're going to give us your observation. This is just telling us why you think this condo is a good one. We think this condo works well for Freddie because it's in Forney, which Forney is, where's Forney? Forney is way down here somewhere. Here it is, right here. We think Forney's great because maybe he wants to live in the country. I don't know. I used to teach right here in Ferris, so we played against Forney. They are the Jackrabbits. So, yeah, a little bit of ways away. But you're going to give us your first argument here. You may think your best 3 arguments of why you picked it. Maybe it's location. Maybe it's amenities. Maybe it's whatever. And you're going to take us to the MLS listing as evidence. And you're going to show us the property. So, for instance, you may use Redfin. Redfin's a good one. Realtor.com. Or maybe an MLS listing service, whatever you want to do. But I use Redfin a lot on my phone. It's pretty great. Come up here. Remember, there's a difference between condos and townhomes. You cannot have a townhome. He is looking for a condo. And so let's say, for instance, we want to look at Dallas and Dallas, Texas, not Dallas, Georgia, or Dallas, Oregon for that matter. We're going to look at $400,000 or less. We're going to search. And so, you'll come up with condos that are for sale. There's a ton of them. Look at this. Look at all these condos. And remember, you have up to $200,000 or up to $400,000 to pick. So make sure that you find a good one. And the condos are typically going to be in a building like this. This looks like, at first sight, this looks like a townhome. When it's just like one story or whatever like that, that's going to be a townhome. Whereas a condo is going to be a building full of units. This is a condo unit right here. And you're going to look inside, you're going to open that up, you're going to scroll down, this might be the one that was in Highland Park that she was showing us, and you're going to find the HOA costs. Look at this, HOA dues, $1,030 per month. Ooh, that's expensive, but hey, you know what, Freddie is not, if you can show Freddie that there's some real value to this, so when you take us to the website and you show us these super cool, wow, this place is nice. So when you take us to the site, you may want to screen record it ahead of time so you're not having to rely on the internet. And this will give us a good chance to kind of be able to see what the property looks like exactly. Okay. All right. So, and then what you're going to say, what the MLS listing shows us, you're going to give us the impact statement. This one has to be an MLS listing. This one has to be an article. So your article may be something talking about how great having a swimming pool is in a condo, how great a certain area like Highland Park is, or how great Coppell is, or whatever. Your article may be something like paying high condo HOA costs are dumb, and you should pay no more than 200. And maybe there's an article that talks about that it shouldn't be more than 200 or whatever. So your article can be whatever you want, but it's got to support your overall case of why Freddie ought to, pick one area or another. I think articles probably on like why Sundance Square. Let's see here. I just off the top of my head, why should someone live in Sundance Square? And so you may want to look at this. So first, the Fort Worth article. What's the deal with Sundance Square? And this is telling us how cool it is or whatever. I don't even know if it is or not, but I'm just saying, find us something that tells us it could be your area. It could be why swimming pools are so advantageous. It could be about why workout centers are vital for a condo association, whatever you want. The third thing here is you're going to give us a video. And it could be a video about anything that helps pertain to your particular, it could be about swimming pools or whatever regarding the condo association. And you're going to show that as in support as well. Maybe it's a video about Sundance Square. So let's look here. Let's look at YouTube real quick here. I don't even know if there's something on here. I'm just totally guessing. Living in Sundance Square. There we go. There's this lady. She's going to give it living in Fort Worth. Look at tons of articles about that. Or let's see here. Why are workout centers good for condo? Okay, so maybe some of these are buying mistake, 5 things to avoid when purchasing a condo. Look at this. Condos an investment property, the good, the bad. These are all interesting. You've got to find something on it that helps support what you're talking about. All right. Same thing here, condo for Freddie, arguments, and you're making arguments about your condo as opposed to your opponent's condo, why yours is better. Their condo is farther away from his work. Their condo is closer to work. Their condo doesn't have as many amenities. You're going to need to really scour their condo association and really see it. You're going to want to really look, if this is my opponent, I'm really looking at this with like some critical eyes, like, and it's hard to argue against this one. This is pretty nice. But, you want to look at their condo and be like, their condo's not as good, dude. You need to look at this one. You're giving another argument. Same thing. Same thing for the third argument. 3 arguments why your condo is better than theirs. You guys have done this all before. 3 arguments on why Freddie ought to pick the condo that you're pitching to him. All right. Let's look real quick here. Scoring rubric is going to be the same for the 10-year buy and hold. It's no different. We're going to have a drafting order as well. Same thing, just like before. You're looking for the right condo is up to you. Make sure that you don't get a townhouse. If you're unfamiliar with this or curious, I think it may list it here. Let me look again here real quick. Let's see. I think it may actually tell you this is a condo or this is a condo, property type condo. So it's got to say that there. Built in 1962. Oh, this is the one I think this is the one that Lisa did show us. No, this is not. But this is in Highland Park, so this is nice. Very, very nice. Boy, for $329,000, that's not bad. That's a pretty good one. All right. Hope that helps, guys. Let me know if you need anything from me. All right. Good luck.